Inside a suitcase in the middle of the woods was a little girl. In April of 1981, a man searching for mushrooms in a wooded area in Indiana made a discovery that would haunt investigators for decades. He found a large brown suitcase. When authorities opened it, they found the body of a young child. She was estimated to be around 5 to 8 years old. And for more than 40 years, no one knew her name. The suitcase had been discarded in a remote wooded area in Newton County, Indiana. Inside was the body of a little girl. Investigators immediately noticed signs that she had suffered severe abuse. She appeared malnourished. She had injuries that suggested long-term mistreatment. There were no identifying documents, no missing persons report that matched her. No one had come forward looking for her. She became known only as the girl in the suitcase. Who was she? Where did she come from? Who would put a child inside a suitcase and leave her in the woods? Police worked the case for years. They circulated sketches. They ran fingerprint comparisons. They checked dental records, but nothing matched. As time passed, the case grew colder. And one of the most heartbreaking parts, no one had reported her missing. For decades, she remained unidentified. A child who seemed to belong to no one. In 2022, more than 40 years later, advances in forensic genealogy finally gave her back her name. Through DNA analysis, investigators identified her as Brianna Sharp. She had lived a short, tragic life. And investigators determined that her mother was responsible for her death. But here's where the case takes another devastating turn. Her mother had already died years earlier. There would be no trial, no courtroom justice, no formal conviction, only answers. For over 4 decades, Brianna was known only by how she was found. Not by her name, not by who she was, just by the suitcase she was left in. Her case forced many to ask difficult questions. How did no one notice her suffering? How did a child endure so much abuse without intervention? And how many other children live invisible lives? The identification gave her family some closure. But justice was complicated, because the person responsible would never face a jury. The girl in the suitcase is a reminder of how vulnerable children can be. It's a reminder of how easily someone can slip through the cracks. And it's a reminder of the power of modern DNA technology. For 41 years, she had no name. Now she does. Brianna Sharp. But the pain of what she endured will never be erased. A little girl left in a suitcase, a name lost for decades, and a case that shocked the nation. She was once known only by how she was found. Now she is remembered by her name, Brianna Sharp. And her story deserves to be told. If you want more real unsolved and cold cases like this, subscribe, because every victim deserves to be remembered.